Good morning, everyone. Steve Georgie here from Allendale's trading floor. It is March 30th, day before a big USDA release. We're going to see acreage numbers tomorrow, as well as quarterly stock numbers. So trade overnight, we've seen both sides of unchanged trade. Corn, though, finishing just 1/4 cent higher overnight. Beans down 3/4 cent. With wheat up about 4. So as I mentioned, big focus is going to be on this report tomorrow. The average trade guess right now for corn acres looking at about 88.73 million acres, and beans looking at 85.9 million acres. Those are the average trade guess. Now that's going to be almost a 2 million acre decline for corn. About a 2.5 million acre increase as far as beans. So looking at those numbers, though, I think they're pretty well played in at these levels that we're at, and what we've seen for both corn and beans. Bigger question may come in quarterly stock numbers. So we've seen some surprises in the past as far as quarterly stock numbers, and how are they going to be played in? For wheat ending stocks, they're expecting about 1.14 billion. Now, this is what is left over right now till the end of the marketing year. So we've got 1.14 billion bushel. For corn, looking at just above 7.6 billion. And then for beans at 1.34 billion. So we'll see what kind of surprises we get. Will we see some kind of a surprise as far as usage? Will they adjust exports? Will ethanol numbers be played with? Or are we going to see a surprise like we had seen a couple of years back as far as the feed and residual category? How do they play around with that number? Now, we've got to remember, there was a big change then in that feed number. I think a lot of that had to do with lower test weights the previous year as far as our crop. So we did go through that corn rather quick. Will we see that again? I don't know, but we've had some good test weights. We had a good crop last year. I don't know if we're going to see that kind of surprise again on this report. So keep that in mind. We did have some sales this morning of corn. We typically will get something here ahead of a report. Probably see something again tomorrow. But 131,172 metric tons to unknown. So we did make another sale here today that may give a little support, but overall the focus will be on getting in position for this report tomorrow. Looking at livestock, probably going to see a better start for cattle. We did see a 165 trade in Texas. That's $2 higher. The high for the year has been 170, so we're just $5 off of that high so far. We'll see if that does spark the market here this morning, but certainly a better trade than what some had expected for last week. Looking at hogs, we had a hog and pigs report out on Friday. Breeding herd numbers up 2.2%. Now, that's higher. That's 2.2 over last year, but the trade was expecting 3.6. So that may be looked at as a little friendly, but then when you look at the all hog number, increased 7.2%. The expectation was 6.8%. So kind of something for both sides here. So it's something for the bulls, something for the bears. But keep an eye on that. Might get a little boost here from the hogs as well, just from overdone ideas. So we'll stay in touch with you on that. Looking at the dollar right now, 70 cents higher. So we had seen that dollar be the primary focus over the last week and a half. Just if it's moving up, every commodities tend to go down. Where we've seen that dollar retract quite a bit, and that gave a boost to all commodities. So is this dollar making a turn and heading back higher? It is 70 cents higher, or 70 points higher today. Crude oil down 60 cents right now, back below the $50 a barrel. Stock market up 137. Gold and silver sharply lower. So we'll keep an eye on things for you today. But give us a call if you have questions. You can reach us here at 800-262-7538 or on the web at allendale-inc.com. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning. Take care.